What's happening, guys? How are you doing? Today we have the LIFX, I don't know how do you pronounce it, but it's like a light beam LED bar. You basically have these little LED bars that you can arrange in like different shapes, create like linear patterns, and put them wherever you want, probably on your wall or something, I don't know, wherever you want to put your LED lights. But me personally, I love my accent lights. I have them all over the place. And so that's what drew me to something like this. This is such an obvious accent light that it's more like a conversation piece, because it's like big and prominent and it's gonna draw people's eyes to it. Right away, we are presented with the actual lights. Cool stuff. These are small. It's kind of what I was expecting. And they come with these command strips on them already, so you can see where it connects. And they probably just plug right into each other. And testing out these magnets, when you put them close to each other, yeah, simple enough. So we have 6 light bars. We got some sheets here. We have a little card, some information on how to put together. And then, okay, cool. So now, looks like we have one little corner piece. Yes, this is the corner piece. I kind of was hoping it came with 2. I only see 1. We have that. So it's a European power source with the US adapter, or whatever they're called. So this plugs right in here, of course. And this is magnetic. I assume it's magnetic because it has the same look to it. So this, I imagine, will just plug right into the lights. Outside of that, there's nothing else in here, guys. It's meant to be super straightforward. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for in this whole video. Let's plug this in. I am happy to see we have a pretty lengthy cord on this. This is coming all the way from the wall on the ground. So this has got to be 6 foot, and then an extra, say, 1.5 feet from the wall plug itself. It's technically plugged in. On, cool, off. On. Let's go ahead and play with these colors here. What's this thing? Here we go. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. There's red. Let's make this a lot brighter. How about that? Okay, we have red. We have... Okay, I like this. Look at this little turn wheel. This is pretty cool. Okay. So I think the next steps will be to actually mount this on the wall. Let's do that. Okay, so I want to take a quick moment to talk about the app. So the app itself, it looks really cool. I mean, it looks pretty easy to use, and for the most part it is. But it doesn't always respond to the lights as well as I wish it would. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if it's a connection issue between the light and the router, or my phone connecting to the server over the cloud. What basically happens is I can adjust the light here, and it doesn't always respond to the light in the background. So let's just see. I'm gonna look at my monitor over here so I can see behind me. I have it on blue and nothing's happening. So that right there is an already pretty good example of what I'm talking about. I just turned it off, so that worked. Turn it back on, that's good. Now I'm just trying to adjust the color, but nothing's happening. There it goes. All right, so the light itself is pretty awesome. I love this light. This is probably one of my favorite lights. And for myself, I don't mind the app as long as it works. In fact, you might just set it and kind of leave it and not mess with it too often anyways. So if I can just get it where I want it to be, I'm happy. And it does work. It's just, it lags, and sometimes you have to exit the app and come back, but it's not that bad. And so I guess I can leave that up to you guys to decide if you actually think it's worth buying or not. But for me, it's still worth buying because I don't mind messing with the app until I get it right. It's just a little temperamental at times. Aside from that, when it does work, I just want to show you guys quickly what you can do with the app. So as you can see, we can change the color. We could even swipe over and choose normal colors. So if we want a nice warm color in here, we could do that. There it is. And if we want a bright bluish color, a very cool temperature look in here, we can do that too. So that's pretty cool, and it like I said, it works pretty good. You can also adjust the brightness as well. And when you go back to the colors, you can see we actually have the ability to change the I guess you can see vibrancy of these lights. So let's first get this thing to a point where it works. Let's head over to, say, green. It looks like we're back online. So I'm going to change this to, or I'm going to try to change this to red. There we go. And I can change color intensity of this red itself. So you can make it really deep red, or you can make it a light red, which is more like a pink or so. But yeah, there's that feature at least. Now if I go over to create, we can choose some themes which are pretty cool. For example, I could tap on intense and it'll give you a preview of what it should look like right up here. But as you can see, nothing's happening behind me. I keep getting this light offline issue. It's so annoying. I feel like I have to leave the app in order to correct it, which you shouldn't have to do. Okay, back online. Let's go to create. I'm going to choose intense. We have this intense color mode. There you go. So I'm going to be a little underexposed, but I really want you to see what's going on behind me the most. So let's try love. Let's go to energizing. Okay, so you can see we have these color combinations, and believe me, what you guys see through the camera lens is not even justifiable to what I see. These are a lot more vibrant. Let me just give you a little more of a sneak preview. So this probably looks, yeah, this looks a little more realistic from what I see. It's still a little bright, the blues are washed out, but you can kind of get the idea. We have create, there's a whole bunch of different these pre-made things in here. If you've ever messed with hue lights, this is a very similar environment to be in. You can come here and just choose when you want to have showing. And you can even do something called paint, where you can actually create this color bar above. So let's go to effects. This is a really cool one. We have one called move. Move is where the colors will start to glow and move in a direction for you. When I tap on move, I can choose how fast, I can choose the direction, and where the colors are going. So that's move. It's a really cool thing to have. This effect will be applied to whatever you have up there. So first you would choose your color combination, then you'd come to your effects and mess with the move and everything else here. So we can see this one's just kind of glowing behind me, extremely slow. And sometimes when you go too slow, the light moves so slow that you can kind of see it jitter across. I think most of us would want a kind of a faster, more of a pulse when it updates, of course. I'm over here updating it and it's not even responding. There we go. So that's a lot faster. Another thing we can do, and then there's like 9 of these on here, so I'm just gonna go through a couple of these. We have one called Pastel, which will turn the colors pastel. It's supposed to. Come on. Okay, you can see it's like struggling a little bit. There it goes, it's working now. This is Pastel, you can see how it's working. You have the same move controls. It's just an extra effect, so that's another one. Now, something that's pretty cool, it's kind of like, it doesn't really need to be here, but there's one called Strobe. It requires that you hold the button down, and if I press it and hold it, it strobes, and you can see it's still moving while it's strobing. So I have move enabled and I have strobe being held down. So the cool thing about this is, say you have a camera up in the office or something, you maybe see someone come in and you want to play with them, you can just hold strobe and then they're gonna be like, what the heck's going on? It's also great if you enjoyed having seizures and you just wanna, you know, look at it. Another one we have is Music Visualizer. Now this one is pretty cool. Thanks for tuning in and checking out this review. If you are thinking about getting this light, then I say get it. Just be a little patient with the app. I don't know. Hopefully it's just a version update. Hopefully it's just a firmware thing that they can fix. That's my honest review. Again, awesome light. I'm super pleased with my purchase. I think this is awesome. I think it's a fantastic addition. It's probably one of my favorite things in this whole studio now. When people come in, they're like wowed by this light because it's like it's such a dominant piece in the studio now. And I just love it. So that's my take. To me, it's worth it. To you, it's up to you if you want to juggle the pros and cons between the app. And for anyone who's new here, I'm giving away a video LED light, and I'll put the video to that straight in the description below. You guys can check that out if you're interested in winning a free LED light. I mean, you have nothing to lose, and the odds are not as low as you might think. So check it out, check out that video, and if you want to buy this, I'll put a link in the description as well. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Like if you enjoyed this video and it helps you in any way, of course, I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all the interactions, all the engagements, and drop a comment, say hi, say whatever you want, start a conversation with me. I appreciate it, I appreciate you, and you guys stay awesome, keep creating, have an awesome rest of your day. Peace.